Good evening. Long time no talk. So I thought I would try to get back into making a video here and there. Since I did like to make them. Sometimes I just don't think I really have anything to say. But I did get back onto Snapchat because I missed it. I have something sticky on my fingernail right out of the gate. I have to figure out how to change my introduction to my video. My sister did the last one for me. Hint, hint. I have a feeling she's going to have to fix this one too, because I don't remember a thing she said about how to do it. Anyway, so what's new? I see a lot of tea. I see crafts. I see my sister's doing decoupage. I've always wanted to try that, but you know what? One more hobby and I may as well jump off the roof, because I have so many coloring things. I have enough things to color probably until I'm 90 or more. I've colored pencils up the ass. But anyway, so I thought I would come on and ramble. Let's start with the hotel stay. So not everybody knows that Friday night, Joe and I just were going to go away from the house overnight, go out for dinner, go do some shopping, and then get up in the morning and go out for breakfast, and then go grocery shopping, and then meander our way home. So we stayed at the Hilton. It was really, really nice. I was very curious about it because it's round, and it didn't feel round when you're in the room, but it did when you were in the hallway. And I was kind of wondering if there were rooms on the inside that didn't have windows, like when you go onto a ship and some have portholes and some don't. I don't know why I thought that, but there are no rooms on the inside. It's the elevator shaft and then doors that just, there must be utility doors and things like that. But anyhow, so we checked in at 5 o'clock, and then we went up to the room, put everything down, and went down for dinner. And it was awesome. The food was really good. The atmosphere is really nice in there. There was a table full of, I think it was maybe 10 or 12 people across the room that I swear to God, I'm not going to say that. They were very loud. They were distracting, very loud. You know, somebody would say something, and one of the women at the table would be like, you know, it's like, really? Anyhow, but that's besides the point. It was a lovely time. So we went back upstairs, and don't laugh, we're going to watch the news. And of all the stupid things, I brought my grocery list with me. So we put the news on, and we had this king-size bed. Oh my God, I want that. And propped up the pillows, and I sat down with my grocery list and was starting to think, okay, so what are we going to eat next week? And when I went to get off the bed, I had leg cramps. The top inner thighs just wrenched. I mean, they still hurt 2 days later. So badly that I couldn't straighten up. And that's happened before, but not both of them at the same time. So I had to force myself to stand up straight, because it's almost like they do this and then you have to force them up. But so I'm walking back and forth in the room, and all I can say is, oh my God, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. And you're trying not to hyperventilate, because that's how bad the pain is. The room wasn't long enough to really give me that enough walk that I needed. So there I am. Incidentally, by the way, I went back upstairs and I took a shower right away and changed. So there I am in the hallway in my bare feet in my nightgown, walking around in circles. If anybody came out of their rooms or heard me out there just going, oh my God, just walk, just walk, just walk, just walk, just walk, just walk, they'd think some kind of a lunatic was out there. So finally, it subsided enough, but it wouldn't go away. I went back to the room and put my sneakers on. I couldn't tie them because I couldn't stop walking long enough to tie them. And went back out and walked until I just didn't trip over my shoelace, which I didn't. Anyway, let's just get to the chase here. So finally I got back to the room and I said, oh my God, Joe, we have to go home. Because I could not sit down, not even on the toilet. Because as soon as you did, that leg started to twist. Now, of course, you can't get up. So I said, I can't do this. This is crazy. And when the couple of times that has happened, not in both legs, but one or the other, it's happened every time I try to lay down. I'm back up again, sometimes for hours. So I wasn't going to do that there. So it was almost 9 o'clock, 9:30, when we went downstairs. And I said to the girl at the desk, I need to check out. And the manager was standing there. He said, is everything all right? I said, it's not the hotel, it's not the room, it's lovely, and we had a really nice time until I got leg cramps. I told him, I said I was about it, and I was out there. Oh my God. Well, while I'm talking, it went, now I'm walking back and forth in front of the desk. And all I can say is, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So, in the end, he didn't end up charging us for the room. So I got to tell you, I would stay at a Hilton again in a heartbeat. It was nice. And they gave you warm chocolate chip cookies when you came in. And they even gave us warm chocolate chip cookies when we left. I think they felt bad. So that's my story. And then when I went on Snapchat and started talking about the leg cramps, someone told me about the pickle juice. So I looked it up. Not only the pickle juice, but I saw something about mustard. And don't you think, when I happened to mention that, again, someone else came up on Snapchat. In fact, it was Dina. And she said that it's happened to her, and she uses the mustard. So I think I'm going to have pickles dipped in mustard with an ounce of juice every night before I go to bed. I'll do whatever it takes, because I would rather be in labor than have that. That's how bad that was. So, now that I've rambled on and on and on and on and on about that stupid leg cramps, what's going to be next? How about diets? Everybody on their diet? Anybody trying to lose weight? Anybody thinking about it? I'm always thinking about it. As a matter of fact, I got up this morning and said, that's it. I am going to go back on my low carb, and I'm going to do like a detox. And I did that. I had eggs for breakfast. And then, where did I go? Oh, I went over to Joann Fabric. And before I got to Joann Fabric, I broke the diet. Yep, I broke the diet. 3 hours into it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with myself. None. I'm going to start again tomorrow. I'm going to do this every day until I'm 99. Yeah, I can see it coming. Anyway, enough of that. So, I went and bought some fabric. today, which I got some flannel. I thought that I would start making, I want to do something a little different. I love my bags. I'm still going to continue to make the bags. But I want to broaden the shop. I changed the name of the shop to Kathy's Elegant Threads. Because first of all, Betty is my mother's name, and she's not crafty, and it just didn't kind of, It sounded good at the time, but I really don't think I'd want to keep that forever. So I changed it because I want to branch out into things that aren't just crafty. They're more elegant. So not that this is elegant, this has nothing to do with elegant, but just as a little interjection here, I decided I'm going to make bingo bags. So I ordered daubers. I don't have daubers and some of those little things that cover the numbers with the magnetic wand that grabs them. I remember my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law were avid bingo players. So I saw all this stuff. Myself, I actually did. I did play. I went to Foxwoods and played. It was fun. But anyhow, I don't have any of that stuff. So I found some bingo fabric that I'm not going to show you. Sorry. And I'm going to make the bag with the drawstring at the top and the little slots to hold the daubers and things. And I'm not sure. What else do bingo people bring to bingo that would go in that bag? They don't bring cards. They don't bring, well, they probably might bring something to write with. I don't know. The bingo hall I was in at Foxwoods, people were coming in with huge bags. I mean, they had enough food in those bags for a week. Yeah. But anyhow, so I think I want to try making bingo bags. But anyway, so besides that, let's get off the bingo bag. I have some older fabrics here that I have had in the chest, the cedar chest, for a while now. I have these things cut out, and by golly, I want to get rid of them. So I am going to put these together, hopefully quickly, and I'm going to make a little sale on my shop so that I can move these out of here so we can move new things in. Well, new things can come in anyhow. I just want them out of here. So one of them happens to be the book bag. It's actually sock size, which isn't made yet, but it's cut out and ready to go. So there's a couple of those, with the book fabric. And then there's a small one of these hanging around. Remember that? Yeah. So there's a small one of those. These things these are like, see ya. And we have the owls. And we have, no, those are padded. These are padded bags. For the sake of getting these, moving these out, I am making drawstring bags out of these. And there is one of those. It's going to be drawstring. Then we have the purple with the black cats. I got to the bottom of the cedar chest and said, what the heck? So, oldie but goodies. These are the gray teacups. And there's going to be one of these. Whoops. One of these. And then there's going to be one of these. And one of these. Whoops. Oh, whoops. These. Now, it's also going to be one of these. You guys are going to get sick of listening to this. Just turn it off. Okay. There is also going to be 2 of these. Got 2 of these? Yes, that's 2 of these. There's going to be 2 of these. And this material has been around for a bit. And these are jumbos. These are going to be drawstring bags, but there's going to be 2 of them. The Ghastlies. So this is the stuff from the stash. You know, you have yarn stash, ribbon stash. I have fabric stash. Well, I have yarn stash too, but I have more fabric stash, I think. So that's the stuff that's going to be up on sale. I also found a piece of fabric that was from when I first started selling project bags in 2014. And it's so damn cute. I'm going to make another bag out of it. Now, what do you think about this fabric in an 18 for a dress for an 18-inch doll? Because I think I'm going to start putting some clothes up in my Etsy shop. And then, out of the newer fabrics that have not ever been in the shop, is this medieval print that I just loved. And see, the problem with me is I love fabric. So when I go fabric shopping, I usually come home with or order so much fabric that by the time I cut it all out, not even all of it, some of it, it takes time to do that. And because I still work full time, I seem to run out of time and not enough time to really cut all the fabric out and then sew all the bags at once. You know what I mean? Just keep right on going. So I find that's a little bit of a challenge because I've had this fabric, but don't remember when I bought it, but I bought it with the idea of, I think, about 7 months ago of making the bags. And I did make the bags out of some of the newer fabric, and they're gone, but I never got to this fabric. I'm babbling. Shut me up. And then this is another fabric that I got at the same time, which I also didn't make, which will be going up. You cannot see the brilliance, the brilliant colors in this. It is so vivid and so pretty, and those aquas are so beautiful. I even like the lining on this for this as much. And again, it's vivid. It's a very vibrant print. And I wish the camera showed it better, but it doesn't. So, oh well. But not what you're going to do. And then I also had this. I bought this to make, and I never did. And it's another one that really, it's such a nice print. It's not of anything in particular, but I just loved it because it's so colorful. And I wish the camera, maybe up close, yeah, up close is a little better, just grabs all those colors. I love a lot of color. Of course, I make a lot of things in black too. You'd never know it, but I do love a lot of color. And I did pick up a piece of, plop those up there, 2 pieces of flannel today from Joanne Fabric. And I'm going to make pajamas for the American Girl doll out of it. And I have actually 2 of those here, so I can use them as models. And that's not much of anything else, no. I'm making another hat. I'm not moving too fast on it. And I'm noticing that on Instagram and not so much Snapchat, but on Instagram, there's an awful lot of socks. There's always a lot of socks going around. I still feel determined to get through a pair of socks. I cannot tell you how many times I have started a pair of socks, made a sock or half a sock, and that's it. Why can't I get through just one pair of socks? So I think I might make that a thing this year. I saw a few posts of people saying, who was it that said, oh, she has all her sock yarn all wrapped up so she can't see it. Tamara. From, I'll look it up and put it underneath. From, I know the name of the shop, but you think I can't remember it. I will put it up. But she has all her sock yarn wrapped in paper. And she's going to surprise herself, I guess. She's going to pick one. But I think it was like 17 pairs of socks for this year. I can't make it through one. Why? So anyhow, that's my big question of the year. And what else? I don't know. I bought a new dryer. We had to get a new dryer last week. My dryer stopped working. It was 21 years old. What a nerve. Yep. And I am still working the same job. I'm planning on going out the beginning of November. If everything goes the way it is on track right now, I am going to retire from full-time work in November because I'll be 62 in October. I will work part-time so that I can devote more time to my online shop, which is what I really want to do. So it's a nice feeling to look forward to that. And depending on what happens between now and then, it could change. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens between now and then. A lot of things change in the world. So now that I'm pretty sure I must have bored you to death, it's not the most exciting video I've ever done. Because I don't think any of my videos are exciting, just me rambling. And I'm going to try and do some recipe recording coming up. Not exactly sure when, and I'm not even sure if I remember how I did it. I think I used my phone. No, I didn't. I don't remember. So that's it. And I thought this was going to be a long video. It seemed like I had a lot of things to show you. And it's only been 24 minutes. What's wrong with this picture? How does my sister manage to talk so long? And she's always got something to say. Well, I'm going to have to keep notes and work on that. But that's my update for today. Oh, you know what though? I had my hair next week will be 6 weeks. So 5 weeks ago I had my hair trimmed because I've decided to let it grow out a little bit, and you really can't see it, but it's I'll have to show it to you next week. It's can you see the hairspray? Wait. I'm gray, but I decided this side. No, I can't tell what side. Whatever. You can't see it in here. I decided that the gray needed a little pizzazz. And I don't know if anybody, because you have to be about my age to remember it. There was a thing they used to do to your hair called jazzing. And it was a semi-permanent, like a rinse, but it didn't wash out that fast. And they used to use an ounce of grape and an ounce of wine to do mine, and it came out like an eggplant color. But in a building in a normal light, you'd look and think, oh, that's a different color, but what is it? Because it looked very much like my own color until you stood out in certain lights and out in the sun, and all of a sudden, whee, you could really see the eggplant color. Well, what they have today is, as my hairdresser said, very much like jazzing, except today's formulas, but it's what it does. So she did it in a lilac, a little deeper than lilac. It was a little darker than that. And in person, you can see it. But considering next week will be 6 weeks, it's pretty well starting to change. But it's going to be done again. This time I want just a tad more purple in it. So I'll have to show it to you then. But anyhow, it did give my hair some shine and jazzed up the gray a little bit. So I said, well, that's fine. So that was new. And that's it. That's it. I'm looking for my mouse. Sorry. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to change my trailer. If I can't, it's going to be the old one until my sister can add my Snapchat to it. And until, oh yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it. Until then, travel safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.